Come on in the room. It is the Vet Green Show, and we are here this morning and going to play a little bit of music before we get started. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I've been missing y'all. Days now. I am back.
Come on, Jesus Christ, tell me what's the deal. I'm feeling kinda dizzy and ain't pop the pill. I'm high on cloud nine and I'm feeling fine. And ain't the only one who want it, no cockabine. I'm feeling faded and it feel real good to me. What's the secret? Tell me what you do.
Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in.
I'm feeling like David, tell him get
I'm high though, off the Christ though, going psycho. I run around doing cartwheels like a hypo. You feeling me? Don't be killing me. You're killing me. Demons on my back, yeah, they be drilling me. I tell you 3 times like a trilogy. Eating up his word and give me energy. Tell the filthy devil, get up off of me. Say you gotta pay, ain't nothing for me.
The top spot is up for grabs, bro. Midwest native, so I never lack. Got my numbers up like Chicago be doing with the tax, though. Hype it, I ain't smoking on the wax, yeah. Man, I can't deny it, got a sober mind, yeah. Fire in my eyes, different kind of high. Mask off and it's only, I'm a Russell with the trophies. Lucky Kobe, wave emojis till I get a flat of rolling, yeah. All of my homies in flex, yeah. I'm sure when I throw the set, then they invested in checking. I came out of prayer, you see the effects. Educated and intelligent, maybe intelligent, can't get ahead of it. Having yourself, and then I got the image, looking for veterans, You see all the demons had him up against. Jesus came to my defense. Highly favored, they don't need to choose me. Make them sway with the vibes, that's a movement.
I'm feeling good this morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The name of this song is called Faded by Rachel J. If y'all know, y'all know. I love me some Rachel J. She is out of the Chicago area. I am happy to be back here with y'all. Grandest of risings to you, Big Mike. And how are you this morning?
Morning.
Grandest of risings, grandest of risings, and grandest of risings. Hey, beautiful Kudzai. I see you out there. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. This is a pop-up show of the Vet Green Show. Did not want to not do a show since I've been kind of MIA for the last 2 days now. Just trying to get it together, y'all. Just trying to get it together. But I am here, and we have some things to talk about. Hey, look at the birds, Devaj. This is. So come on in, everybody. Deja's distinct. Just come on in, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So, how's Brooklyn right now?
Brooklyn is good. It's not too cold. It's not too cold. We ain't getting the weather yet.
Yeah, not yet. Where are you with your mental health from 1 to 10? And as you guys are coming in, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10. Today, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm at a 7.5, 8. Definitely at a 7.5, 8, but it's slowly coming up. Not like mentally, thankfully. It's physically for me.
I'm at the 9 plus with the Scorpio. That made it a 10. I'm good.
Okay. This in here is definitely it's making it feel better. But I can't lie. Oh my God, this weather has just been crazy these last few weeks. It seems like I just cannot get over this. And it took COVID tests. It's not COVID. Y'all, like, what is going on? Devajna says she is coming in at a 10. I know that's right, baby. Come on in at that 10. Come on in. Come on in. China first. Kenny, Harvey. Let us know as you are coming in the room. Deja, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10. Or if you aren't feeling well. Because it's like that season. Doesn't it seem like a season where a lot of people are getting sick? Or is it just the cold variations?
This is allergy season. You already know, people are going to start getting this. It's in between climates. It's like hot, then it's cold, then it's hot, then it's cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it seems like. I'm just over it. Over it. So thank you for joining me this morning, because there were some things that's been going on in the news that, we just can't get away from it. One is the election. The other thing is this Diddy situation. I want to talk first about this Diddy situation, y'all. Let's just get it out the way. What do you think about, there was no bail hearing the other day, but they did come to court and they decided to start the trial. It's something like May 5th, something like that. What did you think about that? Were you surprised?
No, not at all. He's getting like a speedy trial. And you have those figures, those higher up figures, that actually wants that to get done real quick. So, other than that doesn't mean they probably would have dragged that out. So,
but it's a high profile. So
yeah, there you go. It's a high profile for him and everybody else. You already know.
Does this resemble a lot of what has been going on in the industry for a very long time to you?
I mean, it does, for the most part, but a lot of people, back then and up to now, you kind of turn your head away from it. It's there, but you really don't want to accept it's there until somebody else accepts it, and then, you're on board with it. But in the back of your mind, you already know, what's going on. A lot of people knew what was going on.
Now, in your former profession, I'm sure you saw a lot that, a lot of times, like you said, y'all had to turn your eye to. What's something now in hindsight that you're thinking about, like, maybe that was something worthy of bringing up. And maybe you did bring something to someone else's attention. Was anything done behind it, or does this seem to resemble what's going on? It's like it's taken 30 years in some cases for it even to be acknowledged. But a lot of people have been talking about it for a while. Does that surprise you? Good morning, Joanne.
No, it really doesn't surprise you because that's what's done. If you're a low level, doing security or something like that, you're a low level, so you see things and you dismiss it. It's not nothing you're there to prove, even though you see it, you can't actually bring it forward because that's not your job. So, you mind your business, you do your job, you see what you're seeing, and that's what it is. Who would you take it to? You know what I mean? You're here for one thing. Who would you take it to? What would you say? And who would you tell it to?
That's true, because a lot of times what I'm hearing is that a lot of times that may be your last job. Like you come into the business and here you are running your mouth, and that may be the last time you do that type of position. Is that true? In some cases?
In some cases, yeah, for the most part. But a lot of times these actors and rappers, and they'll tell you stuff. It's for you to believe it or not. Or, for the most part, it might be true. Then again, you're pondering it. Hey, why would you tell me this if it's not? Me, myself, I walked with an entertainer, and had him with me for a period of time when they was doing the film. And he told me multiple things, that's, probably in the news now or was in the news before. But a lot of times, it's for you to, either believe it, dismiss it, or whatever you're going to do with it. It's not like I said, it's not, you can tell somebody and they'll believe it, right? And then even if you do, then what?
Is there a lot? Are there a lot of gray areas in the entertainment business? Would you say that there's a lot of gray areas there?
No, it's a lot of dark areas. Ain't no gray areas. Nothing. That's way past gray. That's the straight dark. That's the straight.
Gabrielle, thank you so much for joining this morning.
That's real out there. What? That is real out there. They know it.
What are some, if you don't mind sharing, before we move on over to the next subject, what are some of the, because I heard, so I was listening to a interview yesterday, and excuse me, y'all, I'm putting my hand on my head. I'm listening to an interview yesterday, and the young lady had said that she was warned, like, don't go to those particular parties, don't go there. Telling, they warn you. Is that something that you experienced yourself, that you were warned?
Yeah. You're told, from people that, I'm not going to say they care, they don't know you, you're new on the scene, but you're told, not indirect or direct, not to put down something, you were eating and come back and get it again, or bottles of water or whatever it is, or certain doors you don't go through, and certain things you just don't ask. You don't go in certain trailers. You don't walk as far as behind the person you're guarding. You don't shadow, whoever you're guarding. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. Were you intimidated at all, or a little fearful when you were, what's the youngest age that you had ever had to do security for?
When I started in '83. I think I was 18.
So you were 18?
Not production security itself, but security itself. Mm-hmm. And then as I got older, I'd say like 28, we started doing it.
Yeah. Who is who would you like to share who the most memorable person that you did security, and who's like, oh, I don't want to have to do this again?
I would say Jaden Smith when he filmed the Get Down in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Most memorable.
Yeah.
And who's somebody that you're like, do I really want to do it?
Gigi from Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
We'll get into that another time.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Excuse me, y'all. Moving on. I wanted to talk about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Now, everybody here, what's going on with Stefon Diggs? Are you even aware on what's going on with Stefon Diggs? He used to be, he used to play for the Buffalo Bills. Now he's a Houston Texans, I believe. Yeah. Well, allegedly, all of this stuff that's been going on, and y'all might have heard about it as well. They were trying to say that Stefon is the person that Cardi was alleging to have been dealing with when her and her soon-to-be, possibly husband, were no longer together. They were split up. Everybody's aware of what's been going on. Like, he's really been just so disrespectful to her. But I attribute it to age. Doesn't it seem like some things you learn as you grow older? Like, you learn how to not be that person. And we got to also keep in mind, everybody, that they are like aren't both of them under 30 or just shy of 30 years old. Like, they're still young. They're still young. So they're trying to say that Stefon Diggs was the person. Now, I am not going to shame anybody for what they do. My grandmother always told me to each his own. I just feel that I don't think that Cardi B was actually dealing with this guy on that level. She probably entertained the thought, but I don't think that she was dealing with him. Now, Dan Brielle says Not only are they saying he's Cardi's side guy, they also saying he tried to and have X with his male stylist and had him jump to silence him. I heard the story, and it goes back to, again, we have a lot of people out here who go both ways. We have a lot of people out here, depending on how you were raised, you may not feel comfortable with, going both ways. Another caveat to this thing is that a lot of times, and I'm talking to Black females, a lot of us, we don't subscribe to certain things. I'm talking about people of a certain age. Now, these younger women, they may, to each his own, my grandmother always said. Dan Brielle said, Cardi doesn't seem like the type of girl. That's what I said too, Dan Brielle. I just don't see Cardi doing that. I just don't. The way she's been loyal to this guy, to her husband, I just don't see her doing that. I see her trying to get him mad, but I just don't see her doing it. I just don't. What are your thoughts? And I want you to put on, seeing what happens in the industry, and also put your uncle father hat on as well, Big Mike. What are your thoughts on this?
One, I think he was kind of young. He was doing his thing, and like you said, I'm pretty sure she was like, maybe trying to bring, that attention that he's bringing. I really, I couldn't say for sure, we all couldn't say for sure, if something was going on, but what it looks like, it's what it looks like. Maybe that was her intent.
Yeah. Dan Brielle said, I think she went along. Go ahead.
No, to bring him around, to his attention,
Mm-hmm. That's what I would say. And those of you who are joining us right now, this is the Vet Green Show. And right now we are talking about, is Stefon really digging Cardi B, or is this just a ploy? I feel like it's like Dan Brielle said, like Big Mike said, I think she went along to get him upset. I just do. Hey, Mind Thoughts. Hey, Joyce. Hey, The Chosen One. Hey, Shay. I just do not see Cardi B doing this. I just don't. I think that just like a lot of women, especially when you are of a certain age, you can pop off. She too loyal of a girl to her husband, period, point blank. She's too loyal. And I've seen so much commentary out there talking about, oh, she's this and oh, she's that. I think she's definitely a lot of things, but I also think that she is too loyal to her husband to do such a thing. I just do. Like some women, I know women who have talked a very, very good game, and they are the doggone most subdued women ever. And then you have those who portray that they're this woman, and it's just totally not them as well. So I think too, hey sis, hey Denise, I think that she is too loyal of a girl to her husband to even be digging Stefon. Now, is it true or is it not true that sometimes people hire people to be like their cohort in this thing because they don't want the world to know their true sexuality? Is that not true, y'all? Is that not true? Isn't that what possibly was going on with Diddy and what's his name? Steve Harvey's daughter?
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dan Brielle says she's hurt by Offset actions of him constantly cheating on her. I would say so too, y'all. The Chosen One said, just joining. What's the rumors you speaking about? We speaking about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Is Stefon really digging Cardi B or not? Or is this just something that probably could have possibly happened to be something down the line? But you got to keep in mind, y'all, also that this woman just had a baby. This is not her boyfriend that we're talking about. This is her husband. Okay, this is her husband. She got not one child with 2 kids, but she got 3 kids. She just literally pushed the baby out. Do you really think that she really out there breaking it, buzzing it down? Why? No, absolutely not. She's trying to mend her heart. And at the same time, she's like, you're not going to keep disrespecting me. This is Vet Green's words. You're not going to keep disrespecting me. I'm going to hit you where it hurts. I know my words can be lethal. You've been out here doing all of this stuff to me, making these women feel as though they're above me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to this thing. I just got to say, Cardi B Queen, it is okay to have put all that you can into it and just recognize that sometimes that man is just not man enough to be the man that you need to man in your life. Okay?
That's a lot of men.
Okay, right? He said, Gabrielle said, we ain't mad at her if she did that to that ninja Offset. Is so disrespectful. The chosen one said, laugh aloud. She trying to find her a Russell Wilson. She need, listen, with 3 kids, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But Cardi, listen, hunty, he done pulled you down and you done held it down long enough. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay. That's all I'm trying to say. It is okay to just be like, you know what? I done all I can do. I can't do no more. Right, though? I mean, they're married. That's the only thing. They're married.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yeah, like, come on now. I don't think he deserved her. Hey, Byers, thank you so much for joining this morning. Appreciate you. I don't think I just don't think, that he is deserving of the type of woman that you got some women that's going to leech off of you, and you have some women that's going to help you grow. You know what I mean? And you have to recognize the two. And some men are intimidated by women like that, unfortunately. Moving on, Jussie Smollett, and I know we talked about this past week, but I want to get back into this. What you think about him and his legal fees? Did you believe Jussie when that all came down?
Nope. Nope.
Plain and simple, no, huh?
Nope. You already know that was orchestrated. Nope.
Ooh.
He was too cool about it. He was just too cool about it. You know, it wasn't like you were an upset victim, like it happened to happen. It was like, you know, it was gonna happen, so you just played the role with it. You know, you just played along with it. And then when it came out, you know, he wasn't apologetic or nothing like that. He was just like, you know, oh well, I got busted, you know. So
yeah. And Dambrielle and Jaynisha, if you guys are on here and would like to join this conversation, y'all can hop over to TikTok and join the conversation, or I can send you a link as well. Going back into what everybody is saying. Dambrielle saying Jussie Smiley is not worthy of the news. It's not newsworthy. It seems like he's trying to save face, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
like, just let it go.
Yeah, like the show, right? Just let it go. The show is going. You can be gone.
Just let it go at this point. Just let it go. Now, this is another story I wanted to talk to y'all about before we get into talking about some movies that we are going to be watching and a new podcast that we are going to be having come over here to Green Links Media. Y'all, my L, what's the L is going on? Now, I like my L products, especially with my natural hair. Like, if when I wash my hair and I put some of those my L products in my hair, it lasts like 3-4 days, depending on the style. Some people are saying that they've used these products. Imagine using some hair products and now your hair is starting to fall out. Imagine your mom using some hair products and her hair starts to fall out. What would be your first thought? Like, what in the heck is going on?
Wouldn't that be like that Jerry Curl stuff, like back in the day?
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? Yep, that's the gel. That's the I like that Myel gel.
What was that?
Like
Grow Glow, something glow.
So glow.
So glow, yeah. So glow.
Well, they're trying to say that Myel, since going on over to they were bought out. And they're saying that it's a controversy because what was before is not now. This is what some users are trying to say. Now, I feel bad because, I mean, a lot of times people create these businesses in order to sell them, right? A lot of people don't want to have that. They create these businesses and sell them. I mean, Jay-Z's done it. Look at Tidal. He created the business and he sold it. What do you want to do with that? Well, the creator is saying that there's nothing wrong, that everything is still the same, even though some people are reporting hair damages, hair loss, breakage. Sometimes you have to change. Also, you have to change your hair care. I have to change my face care, my skin care, my hair care, depending on the season and depending on where you live. If it's cold here in the city of Buffalo, you're not going to want to use something that's going to have, not combat that cold air. So I don't know. Like I said, I have not had a issue with the Mael, not at all. I still like their stuff. I still like their stuff. Janisha saying, hey, it is so much celebrity gossip. They say. Janisha said, my hair was falling out in chunks when I used Mael. At first, the products were so good, and then it changed. See, I didn't have that experience, Janisha. I did not have that experience. Dambrielle saying, let's talk about the Jay-Z takedown. Let's talk about that they are not playing, and they sent them doggone. They didn't send just the lawyers. They sent a doggone ultimatum. Either stop or get possibly sued. Now, what I do find interesting is that Piers Morgan did not take the entire interview down, y'all. The entire interview did not get taken down. Only portions of the interview got taken down. What are your thoughts on it, Big Mike? And did you watch the Piers Morgan?
Yeah, I watched that. I even watched his apology too.
What were your thoughts? And let me know, as you guys are all coming on in the room, let me know your thoughts on the Piers. If you saw the original Piers Morgan interview before anything was edited out, and what Jaguar Wright said was still in there, because she called these people out. She called them out. But what I found interesting, everybody, is that the entire interview did not get taken down. So what does that say? There was a for the most part,
you can figure it's true. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, of them not like coming after her. Because what she's saying is true. It's so true, hey, they would have to prove it's not. It's not like she would have to, because she knows, she's been there. I've been writing your song, so you couldn't say, I've been writing the song for you. I'm pretty sure she has. You know what I mean? So the work she's doing, they're profiting off of what she knows. That's their life. They would have actually prove what she's saying is not true.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
maybe that's why you know. They what? I mean, I've seen the Piers Morgan interview and everything, and I even seen the apology. The apology, at the end, didn't seem all that original. It was just like, paperwork was in. Hey, you had to say a certain thing at a certain time.
What do you think about the young woman Thalia, who? So the allegations are that something did happen to her, but she tried to get her then boyfriend to collaborate her story, and she would pay him allegedly $3 million to collaborate her story.
That, I mean, it seems like it has some truth to it, but if it's your story, it's your story. Why would you need anybody to collaborate? Unless it happened to him too, so that right there is kind of sketchy. And
scary, right? Because then what's going to happen is that other people who stories may, you know what I mean? It just does not look right. It does not look right. And she could be definitely hurting other people's stories.
Exactly. And then at the same time, why not? Why now? I mean, everybody's going to jump on board now, because it's hot, and the payoff is more likely, because it's hot. But where was your story back then? It's kind of like the same thing with Janice Dickinson, how Tyler Banks was saying, hey, I knew you for 25 years. You never told me anything about, Bill Cosby doing this to you.
So say coming from the business, right? And is it looked at as bad if other people in that business say something or raise their voice and say, you know what, something not right about this?
Yeah, I mean, you got history, calling it what it was back then. So like you got paperwork. All right, when it happened, you reported it and it got buried. That's fine. Up until, the time when something else is going to take place and then you say something else about it, kind of sketchy. You're looking for a payoff like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And we can't not say that some of these people are going to, they are going to be looking for payoffs. Unfortunately, the people who really have been traumatized by this because other people are looking for payoffs, it can be tossed out.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But like I said, you got a history of it, or, you got documentation saying, hey, I reported this back then, and nobody said nothing. Right? And up until the time something happens, like, a thing like this, and you go back and you bring it up and say, hey, look, this person said this back then, and we didn't listen to it. I think that person should get paid off first. Because, hey, look how much, he had to endure, he had to endure up until now.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, as I was doing my research, everybody, apparently there's another case that did not make wide news media, and this is involving some comedians. There's people out there booking these parties with women who go there with the intent to do what it is. That's been one of the oldest professions, even to the Bible.
Yeah, that goes way back.
So should everybody have to pay?
I think everybody should have to pay, guys. If that's your intent and that's what you went there for, you got what you went looking for.
Yeah, I think that this, like you said, it's a dark line. It's a dark line in the sand. And whether you want to cross on over to that dark line is really up to you.
Definitely that.
Would you, if you had a daughter in the growing up, would you want that child to be it's sons and daughters? Would you want them to be in that entertainment?
No. And it's not about the money, because look, if you look at how these people are walking with your mansions and, they got all this money, they got the cars, and, same thing, they said, more money, more problems, right? So you have all these material things, but you're not happy. Wouldn't you rather be happy than have all these material things? You got a car, right? $1 million Bugatti. You can't drive that in Brooklyn. Who's going to insure that shit? I remember when Lil' Kim did, throw your lighters up. The car she was going to do in the video, she couldn't even bring it in. So it's crazy. You have all these things, but you're always worried about it,
So Lil' Kim, I want to get to a comment that Yolanda said over here on TikTok and then go back to what you said about the cars. So Yolanda said, yeah, I'm not going to get into a car or go to a house where 20 men sitting around. I agree, Yolanda. That's when my red flag go get to waving so fast. Like, girl, if you don't get yourself up out of there, get up out of there. But some women, especially if you inebriated, thankfully that I was able to, I don't know. I use my moral compass a lot growing up because I done seen some situations, and I'm sure growing up in Brooklyn and in between, the two cities, the South and the North, you've seen a lot of things as well. Doesn't it seem like your moral compass kind of saved you?
Yeah, my faith kind of saved me because I walked away from a lot of stuff. I've been, around a lot of stuff where I shouldn't be here now, but I'm not going to say I didn't fear anything, but there's times, and up until now, I know God was with me, so it's always had a purpose. That's why when you see me alone. I've always been alone. Wherever I go, I'm alone. You don't see me with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
My walk was always alone.
Mm-hmm. And with reason. I mean, with reason. Listen, everybody, I think we have to use sound judgment in some of these cases as well. Not to take away from anybody who's been victimized ever, because I've told my own story. But there's also times where we can use sound judgment. Like Yolanda said, don't go if you are the only female or male. That's even a little tricky, because you listen to some of what Dame Dash was saying in his video. Like, man, it's crazy out here. Like, going back to what you were saying about, like, you were told when you were working in that industry to not accept bottles of water. Like, you a 6 feet man. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even you were told this.
Yeah.
That is scary, y'all. That's scary. Hey, best friend, that's scary. So me, my 5'3¼ self possibly would have definitely been, you know what I mean? Like, it's so scary to think that these things have been going on. But we're talking about the present time. But haven't we heard about these things going on for years? We're talking about going to, like, since the movie era.
Yeah. You heard it way back then, way back. But you dismiss it because you figure, hey, it's not me, I just seen that. I'm not around it. It's not going to affect me. But it was. If you go back, all right, take what's this actor? He wasn't even an actor, he was a producer. Woody Allen, right? Back in the days, it was a group of guys, called Fight Back. We would go out. You would go out and shape. It was like construction crews, from the project, same thing, and we would go like shaping for jobs. We would see, production companies filming in the street and everything. But anyway, it was like Woody Allen was shooting something in Manhattan, like, I think it was Central Park West, and he gave like 20 guys, jobs just moving the lighting around in the street and everything. But at the same time, he was messing with the adopted daughter at that time. Yeah. So to do something good and to do something bad in your personal life, you look at it totally different. What he's doing bad in his personal life has nothing to do with what he did good out in the street. That's for the public.
And that kind of goes into what, how some people view P. Diddy. Now I know, some of you that's listening right now, especially if you were in that area, like if you were in the New York City area, you may have a different feeling about who Diddy is and who he was allowed to become, but a lot of us, we look at what he seemingly was able to accomplish coming from nothing and building this empire that is slowly, it seems like brick by brick, is being taken down, y'all. Hey, Ken Journey, grand rising to you. Hey, Lifestyle Envy, thank you so much for joining in this morning. So we are talking about Diddy right now and what he kind of meant to a lot of us. That's why it was so, when all of that stuff came out last year, thank you for joining this morning. And if there's anybody that would like to join the conversation, we're just talking about some of the stuff that's been going on in the news over the last week or two, because there's a lot, from Stefon possibly digging Cardi B to this whole Diddy situation. And now they're trying to possibly bring down Jay-Z and Beyonce. I mean, like, it's crazy. Who do we have left is the question. Who do we have left? Because it's scary right now. So welcome up to the stage, Lifestyle envy. Go ahead and let us know what's your opinion on what's been going on in the news
Good
in general.
morning, girl. It's been so much of celebrity gossip. Oh my God, I can't wait to get back to it. But let's talk about it, girl. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Mr. Diddy, how they is trying to take down black excellence, the black billionaire. Which I don't agree to anything sexual assault against anyone. So I just want to make sure I put that out there. What he did to Cassie was definitely wrong.
Hmm.
The video of him and Cassie and everything like that. But how about these are not the charges that he's been charged with? It is not a crime to be a freak. It's not a crime to have orgies. It's not a crime to have baby oil. It's not a crime to have
True.
dildos.
I
Hmm.
still say
To
that
him,
way was for the plan.
pardon me.
No,
It's
I
not
said
a
I still
crime.
say that way was for the plan. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, it just seems like
Hey,
the Fed is
JB.
it just seems like they're just trying to take down black excellence, and I'm going to be putting up this video I had seen through the week. Diddy talking, taking a stance on the different Democratic Party, the Republican Party. He Diddy just started tapping into some things that he probably should have just stayed away from. And they're just basically showing him white power. Who got the upper hand. Who's in control at all times, and they're
Right.
using him as an example. Like I said, who have not been having these orgies since Lord knows when.
Ever.
Doing,
And why did they
doing,
wait?
go ahead.
Why did they wait until he passed away to put that documentary out when everybody knew that these tunnels were up under these houses?
Right.
Right.
Everybody knew about that.
hmm Well, it just goes back to there's two different set of rules for the African American man and the Caucasian man. This is why
Right.
Mm.
example, it doesn't matter how much of money you have, you are never in control. Okay. Also, what's happening is that Diddy just got too powerful. The black man doesn't need the white man to come to the table any longer. The black
Mm.
man is the table. The white man have to come to the black man table now. So, this is why they are doing this. They're working on Jay-Z. The same thing that they did to Diddy. I used to tell my girlfriend a couple years ago when they was dropping these stories. Because
Yeah.
I always feel like 50 been dry snitching for a few years now, so they've been
Hmm.
dropping these stories about Diddy for a minute, slowly but surely, and then here comes the arrest and the indictments and different things like that.
Right.
So I
Right.
just think that they're doing the same thing to Jay-Z and Beyonce right now. They're just putting these stories out every day. They're dropping something different, about them until they just come with concrete evidence that they think they have, and start putting indictments out. It's just take down the black man. The black man is getting too powerful. That's what I think.
Right.
Ooh. So let me
Yeah.
ask this. Oh, go ahead, hon. Go ahead.
No, I would say that because once you try to obtain something, same thing like with Bill Cosby wanting to buy that network.
Right.
Same thing, with Diddy trying to buy a network. Once you try to attain that level to where you're in control, I think they come at you with whatever it is you're doing. So whatever it is he's doing, like the Freaknik guy, he got some sexual assaults. He assaulted a couple of girls. Same thing, with the Janice Dixon thing with Bill Cosby. He has some back. Come on, 40-year-old sexual assault. So you say, come on, it's the same thing. They try to bring you down on something you've done in your past, but you actually have something to do with it.
Right. And also I think that black people is their worst enemy. Like black
Mm.
people is they celebrate the demise of another black person. It is so
Yeah,
It's
disgusting.
psychological. It seems
yeah,
like.
Yes, it is so disgusting. We are so programmed. Well, not we, because I don't participate in that. I'm never hating against the black person. I love to see black people winning. But my point is that anything you can believe, even like Barack, and just to tap on this, even like Barack out on the campaign trail for Kamala, and he's saying that the black men, it is against the law that you not vote for the black woman.
Mm.
and everybody, like, people are coming up at him online, saying that, just because she black doesn't mean that you need to vote for her and different things like that. It is, black people are their own worst enemy. Jealousy, envy, it is disgusting amongst the black community. It is so
Hmm.
bad. It really is
I
bad.
agree.
And they're put,
It's
go
no, go
ahead.
ahead, Dambrio.
And I'm just saying, they're just defaming Diddy name. They're trying him in a public opinion. Because obviously they have no concrete evidence on him other than him beating Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even charged with that.
What do
Like
you
I
think
keep.
about so right now, as it stands, he may not be able to get out of jail until May. And I want you all out there that's watching, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, also to answer this question. Do you feel that he has other people involved in this? I mean, it wasn't even a bail hearing this past week. It was okay, we are going to set the time for the trial and it's going to be in May. It's quick.
Yeah,
It's
well, this is what I think about that. You have a Caucasian man running for the highest seat of the United States of America with 34 felony convictions. He's
okay.
convicted. Okay,
Okay.
34 felonies. Okay, they picked this. They allowed this man to walk into the New York City Federal Bureau. This allowed this man to walk in, take a mugshot. Remember when Trump had his mugshot and stuff? This man never went behind bars. This man never was
Nothing.
locked up. Nothing. A bail was issued for him same day, same hour that he was turning himself in. Okay, this it's just bogus. It's bullshit. It really is.
And I
It
would
doesn't
feel
make
as if
sense.
he's more of a flight risk than Diddy, but they're alleging that it's because of the uh the allegations is that he was uh what do you call it when you are trying to coerce people into doing something that you want to
He
do?
he he's they're
Threatening.
trying to say that bribery. He's trying to bribe he's trying
Yes.
to bribe witness, with money, like, more or less they're using. So they're saying, like, remember the him and the two girls, Dawn Richards and the girl from Atlanta, they had formed that group. So they're trying to say he called her like 54 times in one day. Trying once
Hmm.
Dawn came out with her lawsuit against him. He called
Blackmailing,
her.
exactly. Hey, Trey Day.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
He
But
called her and tried to bribe her to say this and say that, and different things. Kalina, I think her name is Kalina, something like that. The other girl. But that still, he's not convicted of anything. Here it is.
hmm
Trump is convicted of 34 felonies. Have bail. Trump really is out on bail. While he's running for president, Trump is really out on bail.
running for president.
It
How?
ju- it doesn't make sense. Like, it really don't make sense. And people really need to understand that, like, they is trying Diddy in a public opinion. They're making him guilty by public. So anybody who go for there's no way that anybody who goes for jury selection going to say that they have that they have never heard or
At
seen
all.
anything about the trial or the case,
At
how
all.
public it is.
This is
So
that's one
they,
of the reasons why they keep switching out these judges. Like it to be anywhere
mhm,
across the globe, it is going to be very, very difficult for him to get a
uh,
trial
right,
of
a
people
fair
who
jury selection.
right. It's going to be very, very difficult.
That's non-biased.
That's non-biased. Exactly, Dan Brielle. Exactly. Let me ask both of you all this. Now, there's some documentaries out there, and I started rewatching these documentaries. One of them, and I believe it's on Netflix, it's the Biggie Tupac situation and what may have happened. And it has part of the LAPD on there. Do you feel as though this is going to be brought up?
These
Oh
are
yeah,
all
definitely
conspiracy.
that. Definitely that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, definitely that's going to be brought up. Because all of that's in connection with whatever he's got going on.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, because they saying, like, I seen something this week saying, like, Tupac family hired the investigator to go to deep dive into the story behind Diddy and Tupac. But here's
Mm-hmm.
my thing, okay? I mean, it's there at this point, they're just throwing anything against the wall to see what's going to stick to me. Okay, it's
Right.
been all
Right.
these years. It's been all these years that Tupac have been deceased, Biggie have been deceased. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
which murder has no statutory against it. So they can charge you 40, 50 years from now for a murder, but it's just take down the black man. That's I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to stick with that. I don't until there's something in front of me that's stating that this man is guilty of Tupac and Biggie. I'm not going to go with the conspiracy theories. I'm just not.
And
I'm
I feel
not
like
even
two things can be true at the same time. I feel as though two things can be true at the same time, not to take away from anything that we saw on camera as far as the Diddy Cassie situation, not to take anything away from that. But at the same time, like we spoke about, some months back, we can't forget, y'all, that he was going to court with the people from France, the De Leon. He was taking them to court
right.
because he
Hmm.
felt as if he wasn't getting paid enough. Same thing with Prince. What was going on with Prince? So you have to think like, man, is it a takedown? What happened with Bill Cosby? Wasn't he
Right.
trying to purchase a network?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he
Yep.
he felt like I seen it says he felt like he was it felt like he had promoted Ciroc, because Ciroc really was not his liquor. So
And who
he
was out here
basically
checking for Ciroc?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Diddy felt like he promoted Ciroc. He did what his obligations to the contract was that he, used his likeness and his celebrity for the promotion of Ciroc, and then he'll go ahead with his own liquor, which was Dillion, the brown liquor. What that's Dillion, right? His
Mm-hmm.
own liquor. So he felt like they was not giving his liquor the same marketing strategy as they was giving Ciroc. So that's why he went in. But it was fair. It was a breach of contract on the liquor side, on their behalf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he just went. He was just wanting what was all to him. He did what he supposed to did. So why can't they market his stuff correctly? So that's where that came at. But that's when that's basically what they saying when all this started.
Mm-hmm.
That he. But also, let's tap into this because they're saying like they have tapes. The feds got tapes with powerful people, like people who's more have a more
More
celebrity
celebrity. And I believe
than
Right.
that.
Diddy.
I
Right.
want
So
to I
I'm
want to read what Tamara said, and then we're going to go into that because I believe that I
okay.
think it's very, very similar to what happened with Epstein. Like we got to
Hmm.
also keep in mind, everybody. Let me read this. It's Tamara said that is true. But what extent and what did he do to make them mad for all of us to come, for all of this stuff to come out now is what Tamara is saying. Because I'm pretty sure whatever he was doing, somebody knew about it for all these years. True.
Hmm.
Either he stopped supplying them or he just burnt the bridge. But one of the things that they have been saying is that he wasn't paying people. And that's why people started talking. Like one of the
Right.
cases is that he was supposed to pay $1 million allegedly for the unlifing, excuse me, for the unlifing of Tupac.
Hmm.
$1 million wasn't paid. So what's going to happen? These people are going to get upset. But I'm also sure that it's probably very, very similar. So think about some of these stories that's coming out, some of these allegations, and some of the people that were at these Diddy parties. We talked
Right.
about it before. Like I said, the Piers Morgan interview with Jaguar and Vlad did not get taken down.
Hmm.
So that tells me right there that okay, there may be a little bit of substance of truth in that. There's
Right.
portions
Right.
that were taken down, right?
Did
Yep.
you see what she said yesterday about the Piers Morgan interview?
Oh, I've been on it.
Yes, did you see what she said? And I totally agree. I don't discredit anything what she's saying. I don't discredit her at all. Okay, but
Excuse
this
me.
is what it is that the reason why Jay-Z and them came for the Piers Morgan show because of how the platform that he has. Okay, he feel like with Jaguar just on internet, everybody just listening to what she's saying. But the Piers Morgan show is another level of a
A
platform.
whole nother level. Hey, Jelani. Mm-hmm.
Now also the thing about it is that um, Jaguar really ain't got nothing to lose either. You know what I'm saying? So why they ain't coming after her and trying to silence her though? You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
question
Right.
too.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
the $1 million question right there. Why this girl still have not received a deceased
Mm-hmm.
letter from Jay Z and Beyonce's lawyers either.
No
You know what
gag
I'm saying?
orders, no nothing.
No nothing. No nothing. Now those NDAs that y'all have to sign, that doesn't include criminality, right? That doesn't
Right.
include that.
So if it's a crime involved with it, them are now voided, null and void, and just keep it moving. You know,
Right.
Oh, well.
you can't use an NDA for a crime.
Oh, wait. How many NDAs have you had to sign, Big Mike? Have you ever gotten caught to court for anything like that?
Yeah.
Do they force y'all to like indict yourself, incriminate yourself?
No. No. No.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why you signing.
yeah. Hey, Miana. Hey, cuz I just feel that as this begins to play out, now, do y'all believe that Diddy is going to start talking? Shouldn't he start opening his mouth, especially if he's not the biggest fish?
Well,
Meg,
who's bigger?
congratulations.
Who's
Man,
bigger? Because the only person bigger than him is the white man. You know, who's bigger than Diddy? You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
obviously they don't want the white man because the white man is participating in well. And I'm not. And excuse me, I just want to make this very clear. I'm not racist at all. So with me saying the white man, I don't want to be offending anyone by saying
Mm-hmm.
that. But the truth of the matter is, people need to keep it real with self. Okay, and understand that the white man is the takedown of the African American billionaires, black excellent. They are. It's time that they are getting too big. The white man is feeling threatened. You know,
Mm.
this is why they using Trump. You know, this is bigger than it's bigger than Diddy. It really is.
And even he looking tired these days. You see him on the trail. On the trail, he
oh
even looking
yeah,
tired.
definitely,
I'm
definitely, he deep down.
It's bigger than Diddy. You know, they're just using Diddy as they got this Diddy news. They dropping a story every day on this man to take away from what's really going on with this election and stuff. You got to stay
Yeah,
woke,
yeah,
honey, and
I
understand the
agree.
mission. Y'all have to understand the mission, Project 2025. It is this is real because
yeah.
once they get Trump back in office, and I just go from subject to subject. So just come on along with me.
Listen, Dan
But
Rio. It scares me to think because see, I listen to Trump and I
mhm,
listen to both sides, and it's
right.
what he is saying. His undertone of what he's saying. Oh, this is going to be the last time we have to do
Yeah,
this.
your
Oh, don't
election. Yes, yes,
come
yes. You
on,
got to
y'all,
understand that.
man.
You got to
It's
stay woke
hmm
because they're
hmm.
moving into dictatorship. They're moving into dictatorship, and the first part about moving into dictatorship was Supreme Court ruling that Trump is immunity from any. He's above the law. Okay, that was the
He's
first
trying to
part of
do
it.
that.
Trump get back in office, he's going to put more people on the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the final say so. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put more judges at Supreme Court, and it's just over. They're going to roll back our rights, all of that. So I mean, this is really real, and they're using Diddy as a distraction. I'm telling you, there's no policy that Trump has is going to be good for the African American people, for the
Mm-hmm.
poor, for no one. It's not. There's no policies that they have that's going to be good. And they are using this stuff with Diddy as a distraction. And
I
people need
I
to
I feel the
understand that.
same way. I don't, and I also don't want to let the Democrats off the hook as well because I feel
Yeah,
like we
that's
need to
fine, but it's
revamp
not
it.
time to talk about the Democrats because what you need to talk about is what we got in front of us, what we got to face. Okay, and then talk about the Democrats in November. The Democrats is the lesser evil. Understand that.
Yeah, we need to get it together. I know that we
Yes,
need to
they
get
do
it
need to
Evil is
get it
together.
evil. Ain't
together.
no left
And
evil.
that's what Diddy
Man,
started talking about. I'm gonna send you this video. I was going to post it. But I'm gonna send you this video with Diddy talking about this. Okay,
mm,
and this is what you have to pay attention to. I'm telling you guys. Everybody understand the mission here. Okay, understand the mission. Cause soon as the election go by, all this shit gonna roll over. Quiet as the kept, they gonna end up letting Diddy out. Cause they ain't got nothing on Diddy but some goddamn baby oil and some dildos. Okay, and some baby oil and dildos, and they
and
is
he's
trying
taking
this
it.
man.
He's not accepting the plea, y'all. Like there
No,
has
and
to
they
be
trying
something
this
to
man
him
in
not
the public
accepting the
eye.
plea.
They trying this man in the public eye, but I don't want to sound like I'm just so for Diddy because what Diddy did to Cassie is wrong. Okay, understand that. Just understand this. But I also feel like I'm just torn between the two because I also feel like these girls run to these rich men for this lifestyle and all of this stuff, except this disrespectful. Because I just feel like Cassie could have walked away years ago. You
Oh,
understand
see,
when the first time
that's
he
such
did
a,
it?
that's such an area right there. That's
It is
such
such
an
an
area.
area. It's such an area, but you need to have these uncomfortable conversations, which
I
I do not
agree.
agree to sexual
I
assault at
agree.
all. Okay, I do not agree to sexual assault on anyone, abuse to anyone. I do not agree on that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, but these people are not held hostage at gunpoint to stay here, to do this, to do none of this stuff. It is all about the lifestyle.
Miana said they are trying to pull the black man and woman back down because black people are becoming more and more powerful each
That
day,
is
and
true.
they don't like that.
That's
But there's
true. That's true.
definitely some truth to a lot of this. I
That's
think that
That's
right.
there
true.
can be two things true at one time. I believe that. I feel like this is definitely going to like get ready. We are all about to be on a real roller coaster. If you don't feel like you're on a roller coaster already, because more
Yes.
names are going to come out. If he's taking this thing to trial, he's not accepting no plea. He's like, come on. Let's lay
I
it
don't
out
think
there.
it's gonna make it to trial. I honestly, I think all this is a bluff because you see with these new, and I'm sorry for cut you off, girl, but when things come to my head, I have to say it.
No,
But
you
listen
are
to
fine.
this.
This is a conversation.
Yes, but listen to this, sister. I don't think it's going to make it to trial. I think that it's all a bluff. You know, I think with these two because this, you also saying like them new. It's like 120 new um lawsuits is coming to him from. Remember they did that announcement like last week or
Tony
2
Bunzy.
weeks ago. Right.
Tony, the
So there's
lawyer in Texas.
120 new lawsuits. They're saying like the celebrities that's involved in this. Okay, this is all a bluff. You have to see how these people operate. They got the lawsuit, but there's no paperwork out about this new lawsuit. Nobody names is supposed to be in this. I mean, there's a lot of names in this new lawsuit, but the public don't have that yet. It's all
Mhm.
about a money grab, girl. So they're saying celebrities is silently settling these cases with these people, with this new lawyer that comes with all these new lawsuits, saying that the celebrities that's involved in this is silently settling these cases. So that's what
Mhm.
I'm saying, girl. It's all a bluff. It's all about getting that quick money, you know. And it is so that you probably ain't gonna hear no names. I'm serious. You really ain't gonna hear no names because the money is really talking right now.
Well, I want to ask you guys as we are about to close out. Dambrielle, Big Mike, we came up during the time where Foxy Brown was very, very young coming into business.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on this Foxy Brown and Jay-Z situation? Because we have to talk about it. If you do the math is not math. And now whether they were together, don't nobody know. But if you do the math, when that I believe she was on a Reasonable Doubt, when that dropped, it was like early part of that year, which means when they were probably making that song, it may have been a year prior, which means she was definitely underage. Now, like I said, she's holding it down. She's saying absolutely not. Like me and Jay are like this, and I don't blame her because growing up where I come from, yes, you know, we grow up very, very quickly. We grow up very, very quickly. I'm not going to say that. Trey Day said everybody knows she was with them.
But, you know,
some people don't look at that as, you know, statutory at all. What are y'all thoughts on this? And should people just leave it alone? Like she's saying that she's fine. He's saying it didn't happen. Do y'all think that it should be left alone? Or should people hold him to something that happened?
I mean, only those two know what happened. Only those two know what happened. You know, and at the same time, she was young when it did happen. Maybe she wanted to bury it. You know, with a lot of things that went on in her life at that time. You know, if she didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah. So what you saying?
It's not even relevant
now. Hey, that burger dude. He said, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch the replay. I need VG alerts. You got to get on the VG alerts on YouTube. Make sure you get that message. Make sure if you are watching the YouTube page, you hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get an email when we go live. So we're talking about right now, Foxy Brown and Jay-Z. Now, I remember when Foxy came out, I did not realize she was as young as she was, but we all were. If I'm thinking about me, when I was listening to Foxy Brown, I was 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? So we were all really, really young listening to it.
Yeah, a lot of them coming up back then.
I never knew Foxy and Jay-Z. What they supposed to have been a couple or something?
Well, the allegations are that they were messing around. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never knew that.
Oh, not you missing out on that juicy tea.
Yes, I never knew. I did see she put something out, but I don't even follow Foxy or nothing like that.
Oh my, yes. Trey the Troll said no, it was as consensual. That's what I'm thinking that it was too. Not to take away, I don't want to say that it was consent. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It was consensual. I think it just bury it. You know, a lot of times we grow up quicker than our counterparts. That's just all to it. Not to say that some people are not victimized, because some people are victimized. Some people are taken advantage of, but that just doesn't seem to be the case here with Foxy and Jay-Z. It just doesn't seem to be the case with me. Hey, Teresa, Grand Rising to you, love. I don't know. What's your thoughts? What are y'all thoughts?
It just seems like you see a lot of Jay-Z and Beyonce since they got Diddy. It seems like you see a lot of Jay-Z and Beyonce. They are posting daily now, and then all of a sudden Beyonce comes out with this whiskey. She has a whiskey line she came out with. Like, you just see a lot of them. Like, they have never been in the public like this. You know, they seem like they're very private. Not only that, I just the $1 million question is, now all of a sudden Jay-Z and Beyonce are responding to rumors. They never respond or answer nobody. Like, they responded to. It seems like now, since you're saying that, I did see something Foxy said. It seems like Foxy put something out. Claudia Jordan, Free is saying that that's not she don't have any biological kids.
But did you look at what she said? She said Free does not have biological kids. She didn't say Letitia. She said Free. You get what I'm saying, Dan Britt?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even look at it like that.
Oh, yeah, it's not lifestyle envy.
Yeah, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't look at it like that. She definitely said free, like you just said. Like, she said free.
She said free.
You right about that. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like a lot of, they're responding to a lot of stuff lately. You know what I'm saying? That's not their norm.
I want to go over here to TikTok real quick and read some of the comments. So Trey the Troll said that's how many of them got their deals, and that no, it was consensual. That's how many of them got their deals. I believe that too. There are victims and there are consensual relationships with ages on the edge of adulthood. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just think I didn't know Jay-Z and Foxy supposed to have been an item. Seriously, I never. Even when we was growing up, did you think they was together?
No, I thought that she was just a bomb singer. I thought she was just competition for Lil' Kim.
Yeah, I didn't look at them as they was creeping a sneaky link or none of that.
Yeah, well, allegedly
they didn't come off like that to me.
Yeah, allegedly they were. They were. That's the allegations, but both of them are denying it. She's staying tight-lipped, and do you blame her? Like, why go through all of that? Especially if it was just like Trey the Troll said, there's consensual relationship with ages on the edge of adulthood. If you do the math, she was about that age. And how many 16-year-olds do we know were dating somebody past our age?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that it's right.
Right.
You know, that burger dude said, yeah, that's old news. Not that it's right, but it happens. You know, it happens, y'all. What about Solange being Beyonce? You know what? Some of these stories, y'all know.
That's what I'm saying. Some of that stuff on the internet, you cannot believe. You gotta know know right from wrong. You know.
Yeah.
Facts of fiction.
Nas, what is that? Referred to it when him and Jay was beefing. See? He's saying that Nas referred to it. You know what? Going back to I've been rewatching some stuff. Like, if you have a chance, go back to that documentary about Jay-Z and Tupac. It's from 2015, y'all. Some of these stories. And just like that lady who got powed in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless you were in that neighborhood, a lot of people didn't know that stuff was going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? The allegations that that lady never retracted. She said who powder her in the face.
Yeah, she said she did say that, she did say that. That's what I'm saying, but he's not charged with these crimes. These are
Right.
things that they can try in a court of law. The baby oil and dildos, I keep saying it, girl, it's just not, that's not against the law. You know? That's not a crime. It's not a crime, It's
Or
the
he was
trickle of
for the
vanity.
plane.
What was it?
Huh?
It's for the plane.
It's for the plane.
Or he was for the plane. I'm trying to tell you.
Teresa said, Grand Rising, my sister, my personal thoughts are they at this point have no choice but to respond. It's about to get truly messy, and most of their publicists are telling them to speak up. A lot of it is still gossip. I believe that as well, sis.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is still gossip, but they have to
Right.
say something, especially those allegations. And again, keep in mind that what's being talked about right now should not be their level of freak. They can get as freaky as they want to. The issue
Right.
at hand really is, was there any type of illegal things going on? Like some of this African that they were saying people were doing, putting people on planes and stuff, like, and they weren't even conscious, like stuff like that. That's what the allegations is. Please don't get to taking this man to court or them to court because of their level. You do whatever you want to and with whoever
Right.
you want to at the end of the
But
day.
that's what I'm saying. Charging with some real crimes. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That part.
Charging with some real crimes. That's why I'm telling you that they know they don't have no evidence
Exactly.
as to what they're presenting now is nothing to lock a person up about. Come with some real stuff, some real crimes that these people have committed, and think they're trying them in the public eye, and that's what they're defaming them, making it hard for them, that's what they're doing to the public because they don't have any. It seems like they don't have nothing yet. Like, bring the noise.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they're still fishing.
They are still fishing. And can we have this conversation? I want to just put this to bed because it does not make me feel good to even talk about these type of things as it relates to any of the people that we've been looking up to, y'all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what Miana said, what about Jay-Z and Beyonce having demonic spirits in the whole Illuminati situation? I would say this is just going to be my opinion, everybody. Like, you never know what people are into. You just don't. You don't know because with the way Christianity and all of that's been set up, like, you don't know what anybody is into. And I don't want to take away from whatever people are into, as long as it's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's demonic spirits or a whole Illuminati. Do I think that there's some eyes wide shut stuff going on? Absolutely. Y'all seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut? Did y'all not? Do y'all not think that this stuff is coming from stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Teresa said exactly. That only addresses illegal issues, not the throttle of actual activity behind closed doors. We have idolized these people. Whatever they practice, they have to deal with. It's not our business. That part right there. And I think that's where those lines get blurry. Like, let's not crucify them because they want to bust it. You know what I mean? Like, what you got going on in your bedroom is what you got. Right. Imagine if the spotlight was on what you got going on in your bedroom. Troll said we're losing all of our role models. I felt that too, and that's Trey the Troll. That's what's been bothering me. But then I had to think also: have we not put these people that we look up to, our role models, on a higher pedestal as if they are superhuman?
As they not human.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Dan Brielle?
Yes, you're right about that, sister.
I think that we need to bring them down to our level as if we are low.
They believe just like me and you.
That part.
I mean, a role model is for business, you're good. Your personal life is your personal life.
Right.
As long as you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Once you start hurting somebody, and that's something totally different.
Right. And that's what I wanted to. I just want to make sure I stress that because I don't agree on anyone being sexual assaulted, abused, none of that. Domestic violence. I do not agree to none of that. It's just a bigger picture here. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger things going on that they think that they can dumb the African American culture Like you can't comprehend what's really going on, So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm just saying. Pay attention and stay woke to that, But if they did wrong, sexual assault anybody, drug people, put them under the influence or anything like that, yes, they do need to answer to that. Okay, if they
Mm-hmm.
murder anybody, yes, they do need to answer to that. That it's just not right to do that. But at the end of the day, present that. Present the facts first
Before
before
you,
you
right.
try somebody in a public eye the way that they are doing.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
what my
Like you,
that's what my
yeah.
thing is.
Yeah.
Like, because
Like you said,
it
I
seems
think he's
like
just
they
being a
trying to do that to
scapegoat for
Jay Z
something
and
else.
Beyonce right now. It seems
I
like they
think
trying
they
to do
are
the same
scapegoats for
thing to
something
Jay
else.
Z and Beyonce, and they destroying these people's reputation to the public when these people might be trying to fake. And you can use T.I. and Tiny for example.
Their
When they
name
did
came
all
up
that stuff,
too.
yeah, when they did all that stuff to T.I. and Tiny, all this stuff they were doing to women and all this, and what come out of it? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Right.
You know,
Some
but
of
they didn't
some of what
expose
they're
these people.
saying on TikTok is Jay-Z and Beyonce practicing whatever isn't our business. I agree. Trade troll. They are
Right.
superhumans to the hood, and a lot of times that happens. We
Hmm.
just want somebody that looks like us to have made it, to give us a little inspiration that we too can make it. I agree. JD said Sasha Fierce is her alter ego. She said something just takes over when Sasha is in charge. Okay.
Hmm.
Trey the
And you can
Troll said,
tell she's an innocent little woman. She's so shy and stuff.
I
You can
feel
see
that
that
true.
her personality outside of
Hmm.
her on the stage.
Which is Sasha Fierce. Trey
Hmm.
the Troll said the government was built on all these type of allegations, but we are getting crucified for it. Yeah.
Right. It's just, and you
Hey, Key
see it.
Dollar Grand Rising to you.
It's a lot going on. I enjoyed your show today, girl.
Thank
I didn't know you
you.
had a Saturday show going on. I really enjoyed.
Listen,
Girl, honey.
I've been sick, so I had to get it together.
Me
Okay.
too. I've been going through it too, sister. But one thing I can tell you, when I lay here, I love the little gossip blogs. Like, girl, my TV on, I don't even watch it. Because
Right.
I am too busy trying to catch up on what's going on. I just enjoy that. This is the new era. The internet.
And there's
So
so
yeah,
much
I
going
enjoyed your
on.
show this morning, girl.
Thank you.
I
I
didn't know you had a
appreciate you for
Saturday show.
coming on. Listen, we are changing some things over here in Green Links on Green Links Media.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
I love it.
Trey the Troll said, did he unlife Tupac? And thank you so much, Timothy Clark, Timbo. Appreciate that. I want to go into this before we leave out, and then everybody, y'all can say what y'all got going on this weekend, if anything. Teresa said, no, we haven't, sis. Entertainment business has. We have to accept that they want to keep us hyped because they have a hidden agenda. That's just what y'all were just talking about. And Tiny and T.I. got $71 million lawsuit win. So stop playing with their lives and give proof of evidence. Yes, they did. Hey, Miss Annette, thank you
That's
so
exactly
much.
what I'm saying, baby. Come with the evidence and the facts, honey.
Thank you, Miss Annette. Appreciate you.
Get that money.
Yes, come with the evidence and facts. The evidence and facts is then you can start slandering and defaming these people's character.
That part,
Just
y'all.
with the gossip and these theories, like, who do you believe Jay-Z and Beyonce really? That's what I'm saying. With Jaguar, right? Some things that she's credit, I believe, and some things she's just exaggerating. I feel I'm going to say, not call her a liar. I'm just going to say she's exaggerating some things. As far as her saying like they dope Aaliyah up and put her on the plane, that's just girl. You have to have concrete facts when you say something
Please
like
do.
that.
Like, did you see? Did y'all watch the Damon Dash? Are y'all subscribed to America New? Damon Dash is a character.
I catch his clips of him from here to there. I catch his clips. He's talking his shit too.
He's a character. He's definitely a character. Definitely. Thank you so much, Miss Johnson, my bestie. He's definitely a character. But he said, I like to listen to what's being said in undertone. Like some of the stuff that he said. Man.
He was in the room, honey. He's telling facts. Okay.
You heard it? You heard him?
He was in the room. He was a part of the story. Okay. He's just telling his experience. He's telling the truth. Understand that.
And we talked about this money. Now he's calling himself. He's saying that he doesn't have the money that he used to have. Now keep in mind, like him not having money is like him not having $1 million in the bank. Not like us not having money and us not having even $10 in the bank. That's a different type of not having money.
Right.
Trey the Troll said, did he spend his money to sway the room? I don't know what's going on, but I know that he is talking little by little by little. I feel like he's kind of shy.
Mm-hmm.
But he also wants to tell a story, and he's not far. He's not sure at how far he's going to go. Just come on with it, dang Dash. Keep on
Yeah, but he
talking.
need to get. If he's broke, he need to
Oh yeah,
monetize his story.
that's what
You
he's trying to
understand?
do.
Yeah,
You need
that's
to
what
get
he
with
needs to
Wendy
monetize
Williams
his
and
story.
modify it.
Say that again.
Need to get with Wendy Williams and modify that story.
Ooh, could you imagine them two? Ooh, and what you think about
Man, listen.
Wendy?
That'll be an
And
overnight sensation.
she got it from back in the days in the 90s, so you already know.
Ooh wee. And they're saying in the chat, Trader Troll said Damon Dash was older than Aaliyah too. Yeah, but he tells a story. If y'all have not watched that episode, he tells the story of how him, Aaliyah, and Jay were at a party.
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah ended up leaving with him. Now
And
coming from
that's where Jay-Z, that's where the beef started with
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Damon Dash.
Yep.
Right.
When he wasn't chosen.
When he wasn't chosen. And that seemed to be the beef in a lot of this industry beef that we are watching right now. Trader Troll said Wendy knew the tea. Yes, Wendy knew the tea. I remember Wendy was been talking about Diddy.
Right.
That's why she got moved to Philadelphia.
I
Oh,
love to see
early
you in
90s,
action.
early
Honey, I
90s.
love to see you. This is when you know you got it, baby. When you got a passion. When you go to talking with your hands the way you talking to picture, baby. I love to see you work.
I've been
That girl
listening to
work,
Wendy
honey.
Williams since I lived in Delaware. I like that she
Yes.
was in Philadelphia at the time.
Yeah.
Just like
Yes.
Charlemagne. I was listening to Charlemagne when I was pregnant with my twins because he was down in South Carolina. So when I moved to Delaware, I was listening to Wendy Williams. So I was listening to all of that stuff because in Delaware you can get all the stations, 105, all of that, 96 point, all the stations in Delaware because it's so close to New York City and Philadelphia. So yes, I remember when they moved her. And now look at this, all these years later.
But they saying Jay-Z had a lot to do with Wendy in the radio and stuff like that, you know. I mean, not Jay-Z, Diddy. She was happening to Diddy.
Yeah.
She was happening to Diddy then, you know what I'm saying? Because Wendy baby was coming with the gossip, okay? Wendy was coming, she was gonna tell it, and no fear. That's why nobody liked her.
She had how was the town with Wendy when Wendy was on the radio station during that time? Do you remember it all, Big Mike?
It was hot. She kept everybody in check. It's like nobody stepped out of line. You know, you did your music and that was it because she had the tail on you. Oh, she could have dropped it at any time.
And everybody knew.
Yeah.
Hey, sis, rise and shine. Aaliyah
But it was accepted then. Till now, it was accepted then. So whatever you did back then, you know, you just rocked out with it.
Yes.
Teresa said, I was listening and watching Wendy since the beginning, watching her on TV with Diddy. Right. I saw that episode too. She was spilling the tea quietly and fiercely. Can you imagine her right now?
You hit it, but you said it right, Teresa.
Yeah,
yes,
she was.
Wendy will be all over this story, baby. Wendy, listen, Wendy will have ratings 20 million views a day.
What?
Okay?
I used to
this
be
is what the people is interested in, honey. This is what people is interesed in. Okay.
Trader Troll said they hated Wendy because she was mad nosy.
Wendy was on top of her game, and she came with facts. She came with facts, and she used to tell it, and they didn't care who was going to dislike her. That's why they didn't want to come around her, you know, because Wendy was too much.
Yep.
She was spreading the gossip.
She talked about the what was the girl group that was waiting outside to jump her? What was the girl group?
Total? Oh, I remember. Somebody was waiting outside.
I forgot who
it was. Total SWV. One of them.
Total or SWV.
Yeah.
I don't know. Puff. Yep. Puffy got her off the radio. Trader Troll.
Yeah. He got out of New York. Period.
Grand Rising, sis. I see you out there. Yeah, SWV, Teresa said.
Let me tell you, it shows you how powerful Puffy was, because if you notice when Puffy got her off the radio, but she did an interview with Puffy on her show.
Oh yes.
You know? So you know, Puffy must have really been powerful. But they keep saying that if you pay attention, you will hear every now and then they be like, Puffy is very powerful in the industry. They say that a lot.
Puffy got her off the radio. Trader Troll said she found another way to get back. Listen to some of what is not being said, or some of the undertones of what's being said, y'all. Go watch that Damon Dash, not the one where he on the airplane trying to fake the funk like that. I don't even understand why he did that in the middle of a freaking hurricane. Like, people are stuck on bridges trying to get away, and you on a airplane that's probably big enough just for you and your family, and you trying to showboat because you still trying to hold on to this facade that you got all this money. It's okay. This girl, y'all see my granddogs? Listen, it is okay to bounce back. Okay. It is okay to bounce back. Starting over is not an issue if you are willing to do it. If you did it before, you can do it again. That's what my mama told me. Okay. Starting over is not
it ain't how you start, honey. It's how you finish. Understand that.
Okay. And you are not starting at zero where you were. You are starting way past zero. Okay. That was so arrogant to me. So I just thought Dash got a bad deal, Trader Troll said. I think that Dash let his ego. I think he let his ego get the best.
You can tell they all had big egos. That's why Beyonce said, you got to pay attention what goes on.
You gotta be
Beyonce with that big ego song. She ain't talking about she talking about the man ego in that song. Okay.
I agree.
And they all, every last one of them got a big ego. All them boys, you know. But they all were so cutthroat to each other. That's what I'm telling you, girl. It's so cutthroat. And Jay-Z comes off as the biggest snake to me.
That's what they say. That's what they are trying to say.
He comes off as the biggest snake out of all people.
Oh, God. Yeah. Hey, Tyra, hey, cuz, as we are closing out, what's your thoughts on Stefon Diggs? Do you think that Cardi was just he put that out there just to try and get away from who he truly might be?
I think that Cardi, I think that he probably listen. You can't put gay on these men. At these days, people is just living their life. Okay, this is the problem. This is why they make it such a shame if a person is gay, bisexual. And I'm not trying to promote being gay or bisexual. I'm just saying, in general, we in 2024. You cannot sex shame and gender shame people any longer. Number one. Number two is Kylie is such a loyal, thorough ass bitch, baby. Okay, let me tell you something. Kylie agreed with that shit when she said and did. That's because she knows she's going viral for whatever she say, and this is a woman that has a newly baby at home. Okay, emotions is all over the place. Got a nigga out here fucking whoever moving, whatever going on. You know, don't give a fuck. Okay, I hear about stories from my girls in Atlanta, girl, all of them run across Offset. You understand what I'm saying to you? But at the end of the day, and all this is allegedly, let me just say this as well, you know. But at the end of the day, Letitia, Kylie is she loves Offset. Okay, she really do. She got all the money. She the hot girl. She the prize. But you gotta understand, she still got us. And I don't mean no harm when I say that she still have a loco broke ass mindset, a ugly girl. You know what I'm saying? Because she really didn't think of herself.
Wait a minute, pause right there, right quick, then real. Because that is what I want to address right there. Because a lot of times we think that though, babe. We think just because you get all of this money and stuff that it's supposed to change your life. But at the end of the day, just like Dan Brielle said, she's still that girl that we saw on Love and Hip Hop who's still messed up. You know what I mean? Like, in her mind, even though you may look at her and be like, oh, she's so beautiful. And in some ways she feels like that. That young woman is still deep inside of her, y'all.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I said. All the cars, all the houses, you know, all the jewelry you got, don't change.
Yeah, and she probably was starstruck when Offset tried to start courting her. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why she felt like this is the highest level of a man she done had so far. You understand what I'm saying? So she trying to make it work but she gotta understand, honey, her worth, and bitch, you is the hot girl, okay? You the one who got it going on. You making him look good, honey. Okay.
And Tyra said, and she's human who has feelings. Hey, Kayla Bishop.
Yes, she is.
Trader Troll said most of the industry is in the closet.
She got all these young kids, girl. Her kids, she got babies, just about 3 babies one behind another, trying to make it work with this man, trying to swallow it, saying that this man out here with anything moving, she's still putting a smile on her face. But one thing I like about Cardi and why she is the woman she is, because the people respect authentic and real, honey. And Cardi
Right.
gets on that internet, baby, with her raw emotions, and she draws the people in, okay?
Yes, she does.
And
Just
that's
being
just the
her.
truth of the matter. Kylie understands the game. She know how to work the game. When Kylie leave Offset, baby, you go here 3-4 more years of Offset, baby. Kylie gonna be around decades after decades.
Yeah.
Okay. Understand that.
Teresa says she's understanding now and trying to get through just like we would everyday realness. That's how I feel too. Like this, she just had a baby, y'all.
Yeah.
Can y'all give her a little bit of grace? Of course she gonna be popping off and stuff. She's in her feelings. This is her husband. Her husband. Okay. This is the man that she didn't decide to make 3 babies with. Do you think she's
That's
not
right.
hurting? Do you think that she's not gonna say just anything to try and hurt him? Because like, fool, you done hurt me to the fullest. Like she said, everything you can think of, he done did to her, and she stressed everything.
Yeah.
So use your imagination. And she's still stuck by him. So for those of you who are out there talking about she's this, she's that, and I don't believe that she's with anybody.
I honestly feel like more women will relate to her than go against her.
I think
so
too.
They will. Yep.
A lot of women is going through that same everyday struggle. Kylie going through it. Kylie just going through it in front of everybody.
Right.
And people is understanding them are her raw emotions. That's the girl is just like you said, just had a new baby. So she's telling her story. She's telling her story, and people gonna love her even more, baby. She gonna be even more popular when she leave him. When she come out with this album, it's gonna sell so many units. I'm telling you, because I'm sure
praying for her. And I know like Trader Troll is over here saying like everybody is entitled to their opinion. And Trader Troll, I know a lot of people probably feel like you that Cardi chose him and knew he was a bad boy. Sometimes girls who choose these bad boys, they do it because they need a sense of security. Wendy Williams talked about it with her husband Calvin. She needed a sense of security. So we have
you
to
can't blame her.
You can't
blame her for her true feeling. You can't blame her for his actions.
She is beautiful, and it lists a lot of guys would be happy to have her. Timothy Clark said, I agree, because the NFL football players, although they get $1 million contracts, they get paid every 2 weeks. So yeah, I mean, listen, y'all, at the end of the day, Cardi, you got this child, Hunty Pie, Sugar Plum, you got this. Okay. It is never easy when you are breaking up with anybody, but it feels so much better when you can get your sense of worth back. When you have been dogged, when you have been slandered, when you have been felt to feel as if you are less than, and you keep on loving on that person and you loving on that person and they just crapping on you, sometimes you just got to let it go.
Right. She got to be the one to say enough is enough. Can't nobody else tell her, because they were saying like her parents is having intervention and her family was having interventions on her to leave him and stuff. She got to get tired of that, girl.
She got to.
Got to. But I'm telling you, Kylie is thinking from the little hood girl, around the way girl, and she got caught up with a rapper, this famous rapper, and she just like, she gonna make it do what it do, but she getting it together. The same way everybody root for Krishan. It's the same way. But Kylie just on a different level, honey. Kylie's on a different level, baby. And she needs to understand her worth, girl. You got it going on, baby.
That part. Well, we are going to go ahead and end this live. Thank you so much for joining. Trader Troll said he gonna be hurt when she pop up like Sierra did. Okay, he gonna be hurt. He gonna be hurt when she pop up. You don't go through all of that and not get a good reward at the end, guys.
You better say it.
You keep on loving on yourself and watch what God do. God go send you somebody that's gonna see your crown party. Right, the big girl. So God go send somebody that's gonna see your crown. Love you too, Queen. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful week on purpose. I apologize. I got my big grand dog here, my sweetness. But y'all, thank y'all both for joining me this morning. I love y'all. Long life. I will see y'all back on Monday. Who knows? We might go live again tomorrow. Who knows? I just wanted to. It's Patches today.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
You call this a dry run, honey.
This is a drive run. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend on purpose because you can. I love y'all on live. All right, big girl.
You ain't playing. She is not playing.
She is show not playing. Oh my God. Like she is doing the most. Hang on, let me. This not even ended yet. She is doing the most. Okay.